All right, so you're clicking on this video because you're looking for some details or insight into the Final Expense Helpline SeniorCare USA TV commercial. And the purpose of this video really is just to watch the commercial and pause it at intervals to give you some context and background as to what's going on, all coming from myself, who's been 10 plus years in the final expense and burial insurance business, to empower you, to give you the facts behind how these programs work in a bit of a more deliberate fashion, so you can make your own mind up if what the Final Expense Helpline commercial offers is a good fit for you, or if there might be something else that would be good to consider as well. Hey there, my name is David Duford. I own BuyLifeInsuranceForBurial.com. We help seniors across America find affordable final expense and burial insurance programs. If you would like a free quote and have us see what your options may be, call us directly at 888-626-0439 or run a free quote for yourself at BuyLifeInsuranceForBurial.com. Okay, so I've got the commercial pulled up. This is, again, the 50-plus Final Expense Helpline SeniorCare USA commercial that you may have seen on TV. We're going to play it, we're going to review it, and try to help you out as much as possible, reading through the fine print and giving you more context into how these burial insurance programs work. So again, you can make your own mind up if they're a good fit for you or not. So let's start.
If you're between the ages of 50 to 80 and you do not have life insurance, listen closely. A final expense insurance plan could pay for all of your end-of-life needs. And with Fidelity Final Expense, there's no medical exam required.
All right, no medical exam required. This is actually normal for most burial insurance companies. These are called simplified issue products. That means there's no blood withdrawn, peeing in a cup, running on a treadmill, none of that stuff. You just simply run your medical history, and then a decision is made based off of that without all of the extra, steps that are required. So again, this is the norm. They do this, which is good, but it's not special. A lot of burial insurance companies do exactly the same thing, so I want to just be 100% clear on that.
Even if you have heart disease or a prior heart attack, stroke, cancer, diabetes, arthritis, COPD, or currently on dialysis.
Okay, so let's think about this for a second. Not saying this is bad. This is good to be possibly eligible to qualify for something, even with a litany of health issues. Let's do a little scenario here. I have a sudden heart attack right here on camera. Like, I'm clenching my chest, I fall over, I pass out. My wife runs in here in my home office, takes me to the doctor. I've had a heart attack. I'm in really bad shape. They admit me to the hospital. I come out the next day. What I'm reading here is that I can get coverage despite that just happening, because there's no limitation saying, well, you got to wait a couple of years. Same thing with dialysis. I've been on dialysis for 5 years. My health has deteriorated. I can still get a policy? Well, the answer is yes. That is 100% true for those conditions and the rest of those lists, and probably a lot of others too. My point is, what is the catch? Can it really be that good of an opportunity if I just literally had a heart attack and now I can qualify? What limitations in coverage potentially are there? So I want you to start thinking like this as you watch this commercial, because as we go forward, a lot of this will become clear as to what the, again, catch of these type of programs are.
You may still be eligible, so call now to find out how much money you could get towards your final expenses, including burial costs, credit cards, end-of-life debt, or to leave cash to your family.
And basically, burial insurance, the best way to think about that is life insurance. We just call it burial insurance to kind of describe what it's used for, end-of-life expenses, but it can certainly be used for anything. Your beneficiary can take the money you give them and blow it on a nice trip to Hawaii for all they care. The life insurance company doesn't care, but most people buy it for the reason to take care of final expenses and related expenses.
You can get instant approval over the phone starting today from A-rated insurance carrier.
All right, so let's see here. That very important fine print. You see, it's barely legible. I can barely read it. Instant approval, is that true? Yeah. If you apply, you can get possibly instant approval if you fit the requirements of age and gender, which typically is not that hard. Usually it's 45 to 85. In this case, it's 50 to 80. I think maybe 50 to 85. Now, it says effective starting today, but you see that little star there? That means there's fine print. Woo, fine print. Let's find that and read that to get a better idea of what starting today means. Because we all think, hey, I'm going to buy a $10,000 plan for burial insurance. It starts today. We all think, well, we'll be covered for $10,000. Not the case. So if you read down here in the fine print, it says plans may be effective, maybe, not guaranteed, may be effective once the client pays for the plan. However, benefits may be delayed for up to 2 years, depending on the insured's health, I believe. Let me read the rest.
And with
insured health and policy details. Sorry about that. So they just whip past that, and there's all that light in the background. You can't even really read it. So what does this mean? It means there's the risk that if you get this plan, that you're not going to have full natural death coverage for up to 2 years. And many of the plans out there, somebody who understands this business, make your clients wait 2 full years if they have a litany of health issues. But some of them, some companies out there, don't care about health, even if you're in good health, but will still make you wait 2 full years before you get natural death coverage. Why is that a problem? Because we die suddenly. Some of us die slowly, some of us die suddenly. And why would you want to risk not being fully protected with the full amount of coverage that you could get with another company if you end up in something like this? Why would you want this versus if you were eligible for something else that would provide first day full coverage, right? My mother, if she wanted coverage, I don't want her to wait 2 full years for natural death coverage. I want her immediately coverage if she's qualified.
And with Rate Lock, your final expense insurance rate will never increase and benefits will never decrease.
And this is the norm of most final expense burial insurance programs. All of them have rate locks for the most part. Rates never increase for the most part. The benefits never decrease for the most part. So this is great, but it's actually normal for most of the companies that are out there.
Call Fidelity Final Expense today to see how much cash you could get for end-of-life expenses, including burial costs, debt payoff, and to leave cash to your family. Call 1-800-3...
All right. So let's read the fine print down here. This ad is brought to you by Southeastern Digital LLC. SED is the sort of the company, is an advertising referral service not licensed in any state as an insurance agency, nor does it purport to provide insurance products or services in any state. Compensation received by SED is paid by the licensed insurance company. So basically, this is what we call a lead generator. They're sending out these commercials, and then the people who call in, they're compensated for the call-ins, but they don't actually sell you the insurance. Their affiliates are independent marketing organizations from agencies licensed in their domiciled states and only for the purpose of advertising referral services provided herein. So basically, this is just a marketing program to get you to talk to insurance agents to sell you these guaranteed acceptance plans through Fidelity. So that's a wrap. That's a commercial. So what are my final thoughts on this? So guaranteed acceptance is the greatest option for burial insurance when there are no other options. Like I said earlier, this is the trump card. This is what I would have my mother buy if she was otherwise uninsurable for first day full coverage elsewhere. And as somebody, either you're looking on a policy for yourself or for a loved one, I would hope that you would think the same. You'd want to be fully covered from the first day of the first premium, right? Because nobody knows what the future brings, if it's going to be good health or bad. And when it comes to insurance, specifically burial insurance, it's all about guarantees and assurances because we want peace of mind out of this, right? So here's what I'm suggesting. Before you get into any of these kind of plans that were mentioned today, which they're not bad, they're something, there might be something better if you or your loved one can qualify, even with bad health. There are plans out there that may offer first day full coverage. Can't promise it, of course. But again, what you want to do is work with a broker, someone like myself at Buy Life Insurance for Burial, where we shop around for you to find the best combination of price and coverage. Our goal is to try to get the best coverage in place for the client. And instead of pushing one product, like this Fidelity product, we shop around and look at many different products, over a dozen plus, depending on the state, and try to figure out who's going to give our clients the best combination of price and coverage. So you're paying an affordable price and hopefully, if eligible, have immediate access to first day full natural and accidental coverage from the first payment date. So here's how to do that. If you're interested, go to buylifeinsuranceforburial.com if you would like the free quote to see how much it costs. If you'd like us to underwrite you in a matter of 5 to 10 minutes to see what you may be eligible for, call us at 888-626-0439. Again, our number is 888-626-0439, and you'll speak to one of my friendly representatives who will be happy to give you more information and see what you may be eligible for. Thanks so much for watching. Y'all have a good day.